Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. We really love to read the comments, especially the video request ones. So a lot of you requested a video how to read the spin of the service correctly. Probably one of the most complex topics in our sport, but we are here to make it simple for you. We even made a visual exercise in this video that you can use to practice your skill of reading the spin correctly.
So make sure to stay until the end.
Let's get started. Yes boy, let's grind. To make it as simple as possible for you, let's break down all the modern services that are used in nowadays game. These are the main services of today's game. Step by step, I will show you what to look for in order to guess the right spin. Rule number one, always focus on the contact point of the ball instead of the overall movement. I think this is mainly a skill of eyes that you need to develop by continuous repetition. It's like learning to read. You do no different here. My goal as the server is obviously to fool you with my spin with fake movements like this. Right now, you don't need to necessarily read the spin correctly. We really want to teach it to you step by step in the most simple way. So the first exercise is very important because it trains your eyes to not get misled by my faint movements. Keep your eyes only on the ball and really make sure to just focus on my contact point when I touch the ball with my racket. This is step one. When you did step one, I will explain you through different indicators how to correctly tell the spin. But to go to step two, first train your eyes in step one. So have fun watching my services. Common spin indicators. Before we head into our common spin indicators, we need to understand that every service in this world is unique and you simply need to be patient. Receiving and reading the spin is an art. It takes time to master. Another reminder, only focus on the ball's contact point. No matter what I do before, only the moment when I touch the ball with my racket is the moment that matters, okay? Just a little reminder. This one should be easy to read. At my contact point, it's just like a chop. So easy to guess, downspin. You can easily push short or long with your receive against this service. On the contact point, my hand goes to the side. So it doesn't matter what I do after the serve, after the contact point. At the contact point, my hand goes to the side. So that means it is a side spin service. We can flick it with our forehand or use this service for a great backhand banana flick. Push wouldn't be so recommended here, obviously. Again, full focus on the contact point. For the upspin service, my racket is very open, not like the downspin or side spin. It's really open like this. When the racket is so much open, we can exclude downspin. And when I touch the ball, I'm moving my hand upwards, not sideways, not downwards, upwards. This indicates a kind of pure upspin service. As I said, it only matters what happens during the ball's contact point. Because of course, I can do a movement like this after the service. But if your eyes are focused only on my contact point, I cannot fool you. It stays upspin. To read a really good reverse pendulum can be challenging, but here are a few common indicators. At the contact point, there are two interesting things happening that indicates me that this is a reverse upspin pendulum. First, at the ball's contact point, my wrist and hand is slightly going up. And additionally, watch my elbow.
Look how it moves up and sideways. I don't think there can be downspin if the elbow is moving upwards like this.
This is another very useful indicator. It helps me read the spin correctly that this is an upspin service. You can see at the contact point, my wrist, my overall hand movement on the contact point is going slightly down. To read this one, you can use a little trick, because the power of the hook service is the little feint afterwards, the contact point. Let me show you. Downspin, upspin. Well, it's hard to clearly see the difference of these two serves, because it's a very, very thin line between downspin and upspin. But you can use the sound that the racket is doing when I touch the ball to identify the exact contact point. Because when I do the hook serve, I really want to mislead you. So it's very hard to see whether I touch it here or here, because it's such a millimeter. So I like to use the sound, you know? So when I hear that my opponent goes down, try to read the movement of the contact point in combination with the sound that the rubber and the blade makes when he's serving. Even for me, it's sometimes difficult to exactly see where my opponent touches the ball at hook serve, because it's such a fine, thin line between downspin and upspin that I use sound that the blade makes when touching the ball. So I'm sure I have the sound and the racket is going down. So and I know, okay, I'm sure he went downwards, the hook serve, so it's downspin. At the same time, and he's going down and then up, and then I hear the sound, I'm sure, okay, he touched it in the upwards movement. You understand? This is how I make sure that I guess the spin correctly. It's a combination of eyes and ears. Same as the one before, focus on the contact point and the sound that the rubber and blade makes when touching the ball. Ball is coming, sound is here, my hand moves upwards, so it's basically upspin. There can't be downspin if my hand moves upwards. It's not possible. Of course, there can always be a pinch of side spin in hook services because it goes a little bit this way, but this doesn't change anything in our decision to forehand flick or backhand flick this kind of service. Again, no matter what I do after the contact point, I'm going under the ball, similar to a backhand push. As you know from our previous videos, I'm cutting off the legs of the ball. This indicates that this is a downspin serve. And of course, on backhand services, it can have a pinch of side spin always. But, you know, it's mostly downspin, like that, if I go under the ball at the contact point. A good chance for us to push short, half long, or long. Watch the contact point again. My hand and elbow goes slightly upwards. Great indicator that it's side upspin. A super good opportunity for us to forehand flick or backhand banana flick. When reading a service, it's important to be patient with yourself. It's a skill that you need to develop, and it's okay to take time. Really, it's the master's discipline. But guys, I got something for you. I got an exercise that you can use and rewatch regularly to correctly guess the right spin. I will now do different types of services for you. After every single service that I do, I want you to pause the video and guess by yourself which spin it was. Afterwards, I will give you the right answer. Maybe at first, you can even watch the services at YouTube half speed. This is an exercise for you to practice your reading skills. If you can read my serves, man, you can surely also read the ones of your opponents. Trust me, this exercise will help you. Let's start and have fun. Focus on the contact point. Downspin. Side spin. Downspin. Side spin. Sidespin, upspin. Downspin. Upspin. Downspin. Upspin, sidespin. Downspin. Upspin. Upspin. Downspin. Sidespin. Downspin. Upspin. Downspin. How did it work for you? How many did you guess right? Write it in the comments, I'm curious. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Be patient, work on it. See you in the next video.